Hey everyone, and welcome to a swelteringly hot 30°C Gatwick South Terminal. It's June the 20th today, and tomorrow we are off on another travel adventure, which we'll tell you about in a minute. But tonight we're actually staying at the airport. There is a bit of a saga as to why we're staying at the airport and we only live 20 minutes away. We'll fill you on that a bit later, but I am really excited. Why am I excited, Stephen?
Because we are staying in the Runway Suite in Bloc Hotel.
That's correct. It's the most expensive room in the hotel. We have splashed out on this. We've been saving up for months, but for an av geek like me, it offers the best views of the apron and the runway, and I think for the next few hours I am going to have nothing to do but look out the window while Stephen watches his TikToks and stuff on his phone. So we're going to go and check in a second, and then we'll tell you a little bit more about why we decided to book the hotel and the saga of why we're still staying in the hotel even though our flight isn't quite as early as it initially was going to be. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so an airport hotel is an airport hotel, right? You could argue that some are more luxurious than others, but the general expectation from one hotel to the next is pretty much the same. Pay a slightly higher price based on what you'd normally pay for your preferred tier of accommodation to be close to the airport for an easy early morning check-in. And for the most part, that is what you should expect. But the Bloc Hotel at Gatwick has a unique defining feature. It's slap bang in the middle of the South Terminal, and many rooms, although not all of them, have some pretty amazing airport views. That alone is a reason for checking this place out. But as we just mentioned though, one room stands out from the rest by a mile, and we have managed to bag that for ourselves tonight. So let's head inside the terminal and get ourselves checked in.
So are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Good. We are.
I'm so excited.
We are room 848.
Which is what?
The Runway Suite.
The Runway Suite. And what does that mean? The most expensive room in the hotel, right?
At £360 it cost us.
Yeah, and we wouldn't normally spend that, right? But we felt like treating ourselves.
Especially when we live 20 minutes away from Gatwick.
Exactly.
But anyway.
Money's been put aside each month for the last few weeks, right? Or last few months. But look at this place. Isn't this spectacular?
So you've got distinct areas in here which I really, really like.
Yeah.
So you literally walk in to this open plan, panoramic window, snug area. It's more like a front room, isn't it?
It's a lounge, right? It's a lounge.
Look how much space there is. And the good thing is, the TV on the wall is opposite the sofa, which is good.
Yeah, and what do I have a thing with?
Always has to be opposite.
Always has to be opposite. There's no good having a TV if you have to crook your neck to watch whatever you want to watch, right?
No. And, oh, that's really nice.
Oh, don't get too comfortable. We still have to see the rest of the room, yeah?
Indeed. So
talk us through what we got here.
So the staff said that everything in the room is complimentary.
Correct. And there's even a little label here that says, yes, we're free. So I'm sure all this stuff is, that's a lot of stuff there, to be honest.
That is. So we have some English truffle potato crisps and some sea salt ones.
Yep.
We have some nuts.
Who doesn't like nuts, right? What's that?
Salted pretzels.
Ah, okay.
So that's really good because I'll have these and you'll have them. There's 2 chocolate bars.
Yep.
Which could be breakfast, but obviously won't be because we were in the lounge in the morning.
Yep.
Some.
So is that olives in a packet?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. And creme de la creme, some salted caramel truffles with a gooey centre.
They look amazing.
They do.
So what they were basically saying, right, when we checked in, is it's all complimentary, but if you need topping up, just ring them, right?
Yes.
And I assume that's complimentary as well.
Yes, and one of the things they also said to us as well is that with the room, we get fast track if we hadn't had it anyway, which we do because we are BA Gold members, but we do get 20% off food and drink in the Witherspoon's Cafe downstairs.
And Giraffe.
Which we didn't know about. So that was really, really good, I think.
I agree. But what else is there to see in the room though?
So, bedroom.
Okay, you can lead the way.
And actually, I really like it. Again, it's a massive space.
It's huge, isn't it?
No, I really like the wall.
The only thing I'm going to say, right,
and look, it goes all
because it's all the way on the ceiling as well,
here.
right? The only thing I'm going to say, it's going to sound terrible, right? The only thing I'm going to say, it's a little bit like the padded walls are put in a padded cell.
But this is comfortable padded cell. You're not in a string jacket. We've got these lovely...
they're kind of cubes, like sugar cubes.
Yeah. We also have a Sonos speaker here as well. That's probably why the floor and the walls and the ceiling are padded. So when you're making love or you're playing music, no one else can hear.
No one else can hear, right?
So over this side we've got another window.
Yeah.
This is overlooking the countryside-ish area. I
would say somewhere over there is Hawley, and then somewhere around that way is Charwood, the other side of North Terminal. But just to point out as well, there's lots of natural light, which is fantastic for the evening when you're awake and you want to watch things and do things. But equally, there is a full blackout blind as well. So if you are coming here in the summer like we are, and the sun comes up at 4:30 in the morning when you don't want to be awake, you can pull the blackout blind down and it will stay dark, right?
Yes, so there is a control panel in the living area and it works all of the windows, the aircon units, other bits.
There is.
Well.
There is also a control panel just by the bed there, on my side.
And do you know what I love? I really love the black sockets.
They're kind of brushed chrome, aren't they, with black? Yeah.
This one over here is black and this one over here is silver.
No, it's brushed chrome. It's just the way that lights.
And they also have USB and USB-C.
Is it USB-A and C,
Yeah, which is really good.
That is definitely good.
Obviously behind you is another TV.
Yeah, I'm just pivot to show that one. And again, where is a TV?
Opposite the bed where it should be. We have a floor-to-ceiling mirror.
We certainly do.
Just behind where you're standing, which again is another good feature. And the thing I love about the ceiling as well, it's got spotlights on it as well.
Yeah, there's no pendant lights. I hate pendant lights. They're so tacky. But I love spotlights and I love light fitting, so that looks quite good as well.
Right, just by the door we have a hairdryer. We also have some hangers to hang your coats if you need to.
Not that we didn't need today, it's roasting.
Another floor to ceiling mirror, and right next to it we have a plug socket, so if you want to blow dry your hair, you can do.
Yeah.
Which is really, really good. Right, here we have a massive wardrobe space.
That's a lot of space, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, we're here one night, so we're probably not even going to unpack, but if you're here Not you would be here more than 1 or 2 nights, I don't think. But if you were here longer, I suppose there's plenty of space to put stuff, right?
Yeah, no, really deep as well. You could actually fit 2 or 3 people in there.
Is it 2 or 3 rugby players?
Could be.
Right, moving on. So what's this? This is the bathroom, right?
And I have to admit, it's really plush looking.
Yeah, it is plush. So apparently it's designed by Armani Rocca, is that what they're called? Rocca? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's designed by them. They have this kind of really nice framed mirror.
Which is giving me mirror on the wall.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the Evil Queen's mirror, right? Except it's not round.
Yeah.
There's a random hook here that's got the word Armani on, which I guess is just to point out that they designed the bathroom, but it doesn't actually do anything. So it's just a coat hook of some sort.
I'm guessing that's where you hang the hand towel when you wash your hands. And speaking of washing,
or hang your towel when you're in the shower so it doesn't get wet.
Or that too. And speaking of washing your hands, we have the Scottish Fine Soaps Company.
Okay, so some hand wash there
and
some moisturiser. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got the shower over here.
So the shower is really good. You've got a rainfall shower.
I'll just show
in the ceiling.
If we're up there. Well, that's quite a substantial sized one, right?
It is, yeah. And then going down, this is also a separate shower head there.
It's like a handheld one, right? For like washing your hair or something, maybe. I don't know. And then you've got all the controls there on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this here, is that like a sideways shower as well?
Yes.
And there's one down there too?
Yeah.
Okay. I have spotted something that's going to be a gripe. The only thing in the shower is hair and body wash.
No conditioner.
No conditioner, and I think if you're going to pay £300 plus a night for a hotel room, but at least they could do is give you some conditioner, right?
Well, they did say if you need anything, ask.
Yeah, they did, but who knows?
So,
this is the best part, right?
For you, this is the best.
This is the best part because I can look this way, and I can see all of the airplanes at the North Terminal. Sorry about the sunlight, but it's kind of getting a bit low now, and there's no real way to avoid that. But I can see all the airplanes at the North Terminal, or I can look this way and look out this window, and they've even given me, not that I need three bar stool type things.
That's for the free rugby players.
Oh no, it's 4. I'm lying, there's 4. And I can just sit here to my heart's delight and look at the whole airfield.
And that is a pretty spectacular view.
It certainly is.
So
I'm mesmerised by it.
If you can, you may be able to see just in the distance there is a plane landing, and all the planes are
queuing up. Let me try and zoom in a little bit. I don't know how well you'll see that, but they're all lined up at the end of the runway. Now, this is unusual, right? Because normally planes taking off from Gatwick go towards the west rather than go towards the east. But today, the wind is coming from the east, which means they're all coming the way. And at the moment, that's a plane landing, but it does mean that when planes are taking off, they'll be taking off literally right here. So I'll be able to watch them all going up in the air.
And the fantastic thing, you can't hear anything. The only thing you can hear in here is the aircon.
It's the aircon, and even that's just like a slight hum, isn't it? It's not even particularly loud, not like our monstrosity of a beast that we had in the bedroom last night because it was so hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. I'm looking forward to watching some views later. But there's one more thing that we need to show you, right?
There is. So,
which is?
We have a little kitchenette area, which is really nice. So downstairs they have a massive M&S, and in the M&S you can buy a plethora of food. Yeah. And you can microwave it. And the great thing is, the microwave is clean.
Yeah. Not like my microwave at work, which I think has got things growing in it. Anyway.
We also have a proper Nespresso coffee maker here, which is great, and there is a multitude of Nespresso pods here. Now, obviously, she said if you need anything else, let them know. I'm guessing it's because there's only 4 pods here. So you probably would need more. There's some biscuits, there's some hot chocolate, so our friend Kirsty would appreciate that because she
likes a hot chocolate.
She very much likes it.
But she likes it weak with lots of milk, right?
Yes. And then we've got an assortment of teas. So we have, for anyone who cares, it's Clipper tea. So we have peppermint infusion.
Oh, do you know what? I do like a peppermint tea if my stomach's feeling a bit upset.
Earl Grey, classic everyday, and then green tea.
Okay.
So your mum would appreciate that. There's obviously some milk, some sachet milk here, but again, if you want proper milk, you can always go downstairs. We've got a sink area here, which is great. Again,
so I was trying to think, like, what would you use that sink for, do you think?
Well,
not that clearly.
Okay, that doesn't open, so not for that.
Is there a cupboard under the sink with a bin?
The bin is under there.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, so what would you use the sink for?
I don't know if it's just the cutlery.
Oh, okay. So that's where we're going to have our champagne in glasses later, right?
So really, really good. So obviously, and no, again, I will say it's all clean.
Yep.
And it's all clean there, like sparkling clean.
Yep.
Which, you know, is what you want really.
Yeah, I agree.
And finally, we have a mini fridge.
That's not even a mini fridge, that's a fairly sizable fridge, right?
And in our fridge, we have been bestowed 4 bottles of water.
Yep. I'm assuming, like, so 2 of those bottles of water have got white caps and 2 have got black caps. Is that because 2 are still and 2 are still and 2 are sparkling?
Yeah, the white one's sparkling.
Cool.
They've also given us some beer.
Yep.
And a bottle of Prosecco, hence the champagne flutes.
Yep.
And to quote Dorit,
wine goes in a wine glass, champagne goes in a champagne glass. You wouldn't eat cereal with a fork.
For good morning energy, there is a ginger and chilli shot.
Oh, wow. I want to zoom in on this. Ginger and chilli. I wonder what that tastes like.
And on the back it says, feels sensational every day. It's high in fibre and vitamin C. And then they basically say that they're low carbon neutral, vegan friendly, and they support communities in Africa. So, all good stuff. I have to admit, the finish on everything in here is just really, really nice.
It is pristine in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not a speck of dust anywhere. And the views are spectacular.
So look, if you can see now, there's a couple of planes taking off.
Yeah, there's one right there. I am going to love sitting here probably all night, actually, until the airplane stop. Anyway, onwards. Right, so we are settled in and watching aircraft taking off, landing and moving around the airport. And one thing we just mentioned is that you get a 20% discount at Wetherspoons when you're staying here. So we're going to head down and grab a quick bite there before heading back to look at some more views. But we have a couple more things to show you about the hotel on the way. Okay, so we just found out that there is also an ironing room, if anyone needs that, which is just behind this door here. Seems kind of basic, but there are 2 irons, one here and one there. Okay, so they also have a priority departure checkout thing as well. So if you're in a hurry in the morning, you can just press a little tablet thing here, put all your room details in, pay anything you need to, I assume. If you have to pay something, I guess they take contactless or Apple Pay or Google Pay or whatever you want to use. And then you just drop your room key in there, which is quite handy. And this is literally right by the lifts on the way out, which is cool. Right, we are in Wetherspoons, and this is the Beehive, and there's a reason why it's called the Beehive, and if you're an av geek like me, you'll know that the original Gatwick Airport is in a office complex now called City Place, which is just to the south of the current airport, and the original terminal building, which is located there, is called the Beehive, and that's why they're called Wetherspoons, the Beehive, I suspect, in honour of that particular building. Anyway, that aside, you don't want to hear about that right now. You just probably want to hear about what we're up to, right?
Yeah, and I have to admit, I tend to actually like this Wetherspoons pub.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think it's unreasonably priced. And actually, I just had a quick peruse of the menu, and the prices in there are very similar to what you would expect to pay in the city.
Yeah.
And I say that because I do drink in the city quite frequently.
You do.
On my lunch break.
Yeah.
So I think, considering that we're at an airport, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. It does have a premium, but it is a Wetherspoons pub after all. And Wetherspoons pubs are more on the affordable side than some of the other pub chains that exist in the UK. But there's a little bit of an uplift to the prices here. But as you say, nothing particularly too arduous or too expensive, I don't think.
Yeah. And so, what are your thoughts on the runway room?
Oh my days. I can't believe we're actually sitting in Wetherspoons having a drink. I mean, the views are spectacular. I don't know if you guys will see that. We'll probably show you some in a minute. The views are spectacular from this spot. It's round the side in the pub if you ever come here. And you can see the airplanes taking off and landing depending on which direction the wind is. But that does not compare to what we have got upstairs. So we're not going to stay here very long. We're literally going to have a drink, maybe two, and possibly something to eat, and then we're going to head back upstairs and enjoy the scenery, I think.
And that's simply because we get 20% off, as we said earlier, and that 20% isn't just limited to a one-time spend.
Yeah.
It's for food and alcohol, which is really good, because sometimes they limit it just to
one transaction, basically.
One transaction,
exactly.
Or just to food.
Yeah, exactly. But what I have noticed, I don't know if you noticed this either, but if I show you that, there is no date on that anywhere. So could I bring this back at the end of a holiday and come back here again and get another 20% off and another 20% off?
How would they know?
How would they know? But they're probably clever to that, and I suspect they change the colour every day or every few days or something like that, so it won't last forever. But either way, 20% off is not something to be sniffed at.
So, as we said earlier, the room was £360, and the reason we initially decided to book the hotel was because our flight was scheduled to depart at 7 o'clock.
In the morning. 7 a.m.
We only live 20 minutes away from Gatwick, so it wouldn't have been a bit of a hassle to get there at that time. However, when we flew to Tenerife for my birthday in January, and if you've not watched those vlogs, you should do. We will link the videos to those in this description. We got here at 4 o'clock in the morning, if I rightly recall.
Yeah, it was about that.
And I have to admit, we didn't sleep very well that night. And I think the benefit of staying here tonight anyway is simply that, so our flights are now changed until 1:55.
Yeah, they changed that a few weeks ago, didn't they? We just had a random email saying that they'd moved the flight time. And that's after we'd already booked the hotel room.
Yeah.
But we decided not to cancel it because, it's not something we're going to do every day. It's quite an expensive room. We've had to put money away for it each month for the last few months so that we could pay for it. But we booked it, so we're going to take advantage of it, and actually it means that we don't have to rush ourselves out of bed in the morning.
No, and also as well, as we said, like tomorrow it's going to be 30 degrees here in the UK.
Yeah.
So we do have an aircon unit indoors. It's a portable one, but we actually have a whole room that is going to be aircon
Yes,
tonight.
That will help, definitely. Right, anyway, I think we're going to have a think about whether you're going to have something to eat. I'm still umming and ahhing because I was at a work conference today and they had lots of food there, and I don't feel overly hungry now. So I'm still a bit on the fence about whether I'm going to eat or not. Stephen, on the other hand, is going to have a look through the menu and decide if he wants something to eat. And
that's because we had gym this morning at 6 o'clock, and then literally all I've had all day is a protein yogurt and a protein shake. So
you definitely need something a bit more substantial in your belly, I think.
I think so. So I'm going to start with this.
That's not highly substantial, right?
And we've also got the bottle of M&S Prosecco in the room to get through as well, amongst other things.
Yes.
Okay, so as we mentioned, those of you who are UK residents will know Wetherspoons is a large chain of pubs. It's not particularly high-end, and the menu is usually quite limited in terms of quality, aimed primarily at a more affordable price tag. The airport environment does drive a bit of an uplift in price, and the Beehive is no exception. Plus, the menu here is slightly limited in terms of options compared to their other sites. On that basis, the 20% discount is certainly helpful, and whilst neither of us are overly hungry, we've decided to share a pepperoni pizza between the two of us before heading back to our room. Ultimately though, we've not arranged this particular stay to sit in a Wetherspoons pub all night, so with that in mind, we've decided to head back to our room and catch a few more views of the airport. As you can see, they are pretty stunning. So as the sun starts to set over what you can probably see by now is Europe's busiest single runway airfield, we're going to sum up what we think about our experience this evening in the Runway Suite.
Right, hey everyone, we are back in the room and the time is 10:15. So we were in Spoons, we had a very yummy, delicious pizza. Definitely filled a hole.
Yep.
And we are now on the M&S Prosecco that they kindly left us in the room. I have to admit, I am not an av geek. Like, for me, planes just get me from A to B, normally from Gatwick to Florida.
This is true.
But I have to admit, this room is pretty special. Yeah. As we said earlier, it was 360 quid, so a push the boat out moment. But really, really worth it. And it's just so comfortable and so relaxing. I would 100% recommend for anyone that enjoys watching the planes, sitting in a lounge and looking out the window. You can do it here from 3 o'clock until bedtime, and I'm assuming you won't get bored.
I'm not going to get bored at all. Yeah. I'm probably not even going to sleep, to be fair, because I'll be watching that window all the time. I do agree. It's almost like its own kind of private airport lounge in a way.
It's like a little viewing gallery.
Yeah.
It really is. And I have to admit, there is something about watching the planes land and all of the lights on the runway turn on and twinkle. It's quite special, I have to admit. And that's all I've really got to say.
Well, I'm definitely happy. I'm enjoying the views. As you say, we had a little pizza. We shared it between us, didn't we? We didn't need to have a pizza each down in Wetherspoons. And now we're just checking in some views and taking in the scenery, I suppose, really. I don't know how much longer we'll stay up. I think Stephen will go to bed at some point fairly soon.
To be honest, I'm normally in bed
by about 9 o'clock.
I'm normally asleep by this point. So for me, this is actually quite good going.
Yeah. I'm going to sit here and just catch some views. I think the one thing that makes the atmosphere in here really good is that it's so quiet. So you're watching all these aeroplanes landing, taking off, moving around the airport, docking at the gates and that kind of stuff, but you can barely hear any of it. And there's something that's kind of slightly graceful about that. Just being able to watch things move around without the noise. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the noise of an engine spooling up and an aircraft taking off and that kind of thing. But actually, to just be able to sit here in peace and quiet and watch it all pretty much in silence is something quite special.
And from my point of view, if airplanes aren't really your shizzle and you just like comfort, this room really does have it.
It's spacious.
It's
spacious.
I'd say it's spacious. It's airy. I was just sitting on the sofa, very, very comfortable. The Prosecco is going down very well. Probably as I said, we were at the gym at 6 o'clock this morning, and this is going straight to my head. But
there's some snacks there if you need them anyway to kind of temper that.
But anyway, we're going to leave it there for the time being, and in literally what it's going to be for us tomorrow will be for you 3 seconds. So we will say 3, 2, 1, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So as Stephen has said, that's a wrap for tonight. For us, the main event starts tomorrow, but for you guys, you can find that right now on our channel. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we hope to see you again really soon.